Cedric, are you coming over again?
Huh? Feels like there's some kind of an annoying and gross presence that's come begging for me. Oh well, if it's not my 40-year-old shut-in sister, Robin. Are you still shutting yourself into that place of yours with no desire of ever coming out? You happen to have a penthouse on the top floor of that beautiful building, but it's all going to waste on you.
The only reason I'm never coming out of this room is because I don't ever want to run into you or your wife. I get that both Mom and Dad will let you into their lives all the time, but I hate having you guys around.
Huh? Why's that?
If I'm to leave my place at any point in time, you and your wife try to come in here and mess with things. And there are even times you both will come and take things of mine back to your guys' house.
You and I are family, so it's totally okay for us to have some of your things.
No, it's totally not fine. I've had to start going to the bathroom in my room in order to not ever have you guys coming in and stealing things from me. And when I'm hungry, I can only eat these emergency rations I've saved up so that I don't have to go out.
Huh? What the heck? You're a crazy woman. Hearing you say things like that about your lifestyle really makes me want to come over to your place even more.
What?
Hey, tonight I'm going to be staying over there. Please and thank you.
Huh? Go away! This is not the place that you and your wife can come over to and do anything you want at. And this doesn't only go for you two, but Mom and Dad as well, alright?
Huh? What the heck are you going on about now? Take a look at yourself in the mirror for me and tell me all that again.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, it does. You are in your 40s now, yet you still plan on living in Mom and Dad's penthouse for the rest of time? You're like a parasite to those two.
Huh?
I don't want to hear your huh anymore. Listen, Robin, that penthouse is supposed to be going to someone like me, as I'm the older brother. Which means that I have the right to choose who lives in there and who doesn't.
Wait, I really want to know what the frick is going on with you right now. This penthouse is not Mom and Dad's place, and it sure as hell is not going to become yours anytime soon.
Huh? I really want to know myself. What is going on with you? Like I've been saying, you have no right to still be living there. Mom and Dad still live in that place with you, which means that the place is theirs, right?
Did you already forget everything I explained to you before?
Oh, I know the story. About how that place happens to be your fiancé's, but as of right now, he's overseas and can't do anything about us here.
So you do remember what I was telling you about?
Do you think I'm actually going to believe you have a fiancé who's overseas now? I've never even met this fiancé of yours before, and why the hell would he choose to go overseas when he should be thinking about marrying you? This must mean he's not real.
I told you that he was assigned to go overseas for work, though.
You're crazy.
Do you want me to get him on the phone right now and have him talk to you? I can ask him right now, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to do a video call with you so that you can see his face.
Ah, that's right! You're going on about your fictional boyfriend now.
What?
Come on now, you're too old for that crap, alright? It's sad for me to hear something like that about my little sister, to be honest. I guess you really are the kind of person who won't ever change their ways unless they are met with a cold, hard truth.
What are you talking about?
No worries, it's nothing. Well, I want you to enjoy whatever time there is left for you to be living as a shut-in here.
Isaiah, can you talk right now?
Hey, Robin! It's like 2 in the morning there right now, right? You don't have to call me all this time, alright? I don't want you to have to overdo things just because there's such a difference in time between us.
Yeah, I know. Normally I would have called you at an earlier time when you were just getting up or something. But this time I have something I needed to talk about with you when you're not still sleepy.
Well, if that's important, then maybe it was the right idea, calling me when I'm fully awake. Is it about your parents again?
Well, my parents are a part of this. Actually, they've gotten my brother and his wife involved now.
You kidding me?
At first, I was fine with only my parents staying here for a bit, but, well, they seem to keep sticking around in this house and have no plans of leaving. And I guess that's led my brother to think that he can stay here now.
So they think they could just move into a house that's not theirs and live there forever? I guess if they already have their things there, and there's no way of really forcing them out without some good reasoning.
I think so. When it comes to me letting my parents stay here at first, it was due to them not being able to pay rent on their place because it had gone up so much. And you said yourself that it was fine for them to come and stay for a while, so I let them move in. But while they've been here with me, my brother started to think that this place has been Mom and Dad's all along, and now he wants to live here too. Of course, it's not helping that my parents won't move out.
Kicking them out or asking for them to never come again is probably a really hard task for you to handle alone, right? I'm not talking about your parents right now, but just your brother and his wife.
I've tried that already, but my parents keep letting them in, forcing me to shut myself into my room while they're around. And what makes all of this worse is that when they've been coming over, they will take things, even from our room. I've had to start putting all the more valuable things in here with me and make sure to keep the room door locked at all times with me in here. Sometimes they'll be in the house for the whole day, and I'll have to force myself to go to the bathroom in here and eat some of our canned foods. Right now, my brother thinks I'm some sort of freak because I never leave my room anymore.
That's not good at all. And actually, if they're stealing things from the penthouse, you could call the police on them.
Well, I've been wanting to, but I thought it would be best to wait for you to come home since it's not my penthouse. And as of right now, it's a 1 versus 4 situation with me going against my whole family. Calling the police at a time like this would most likely make things worse for me.
Hey, Robin? Out of all things you happen to have, how much of it is things that you could, never live without and would like to hold on to for as long as you can?
Huh? Let me think.
This isn't meant to be a trick question or anything. I just want to know how much you have that you would not want to lose.
Well, to keep the list short, I'd have to say clothing and jewelry that you've given me all this time and the engagement ring I have. Also my laptop that has all my work information on it and all of my backup hard drives and such. And also the pressed flower collection that I got from my grandpa before he passed away. What about that printer I have? Do you think that's something we could always buy again?
Good point. I think that could be bought again if needs be.
Well then, I guess those are the only things I'd never want to lose.
Alright. Do you think you can fit all of those things into one large moving box or something like that?
Right. All of those things I've listed off aren't big or really that heavy on a way. So I could probably get them all into one decent-sized box. Can you tell me why you're asking me things like this?
Sure. I was planning on telling you what'll happen come morning over there for you. But well, I'll let you know now. Next week I'm planning on coming back to the States for a little bit.
Wait, really? Does this mean things are finally...
That's right. It seems that things have gone a lot quicker than I'd expected here, so... Well, I'll be able to stay in the US for about 3 months or so this time, so I was thinking during that time, you and I can figure all of this out.
Understood. Well, I'll do whatever I can here to start getting things off to a good start for us.
Alright. If you can help me out with that box you'll pack up, with all the things you don't want to lose, that would help. Well then, do you think we can call it here for now? It's the middle of the night for you then. I'm sure you're sleepy, right?
Well, I'm a little sleepy, actually.
Then you need to go to sleep. When there are more things for me to have you do, I'll send you the list and you can get started on them.
Alright then.
Maybe I'll send it in a few hours here.
Then I'll read it when I get up.
Please. Well, good night, Robin.
Good night, Isaiah.
Hey, Robin! Today I want you out of this penthouse.
What?
Mom, Dad, my wife, and myself all got together and had a little chat. You've been trying way too hard to get Mom and Dad's money, haven't you? You're also in your 40s now and still haven't gotten married. Instead dreaming about a fiancé that's not even real.
Did you ever stop to think that the reason I might not be married yet is because I happen to have a useless family that is always leeching off me?
You have no right saying that about us when you're an old hag that can't seem to tell lies from reality. To get you to wake up from that stupid dream about some fiancé you think you have? We're making you homeless!
So you're saying that the four of you are going to kick me out of this penthouse?
Well, when you say we're kicking you out like that, it makes the four of us look bad. I'm just trying to help my little sister get back to reality. And that requires us to be a little hard on you.
Well, I'm not even there anymore.
Huh?
I wasn't able to relax in that place while you and your wife were there. So, before having to deal with any of you guys anymore, I made my move.
Oh! Amazing!
All of the things in my room are no longer needed by me, so go ahead and take whatever you'd like from there. That goes for the whole penthouse as well.
Really? I see! And just so you're still aware, I'm gonna be taking over this penthouse now. So, it was all gonna be mine whether you gave me permission or not.
Well, please take great care of Mom and Dad for me.
Like you did anything to care for them. All you were was a cruddy parasite to them that locked yourself away in their house. Goodbye forever! Hey, Robin! A freaking lawyer is here! He's been going on about whose place this is and whose name is on it! What the hell is all this about?
I'm sure that the lawyer has already explained that part to you, right? My fiancé, the one with his name on the penthouse, making it his, is asking you and the 3 other squatters there to get the heck out of his place right now.
What are you going on about? This is Mom and Dad's place?
I told you so many times already now that it's not.
But Dad said...
Both Mom and Dad had to end up stumbling into that place with me because the 2 of them are too stupid and hopeless to help themselves anymore. And after they started to force themselves to live with me long term, you start to think for no good reason that the place was Mom and Dad's and that you could come anytime you pleased. Are you starting to realize how stupid that was of you and that there's no way out of this now?
Huh? Why are you trying to blow so much smoke up my butt?
Are you kidding me? I'm not blowing any smoke. Dad was fired from his job almost a year ago.
He was fired?
He was at a party for work and there was a new employee that he wasn't really fond of, and so he decided to pour beer all over them. And well, that new employee just so happened to be the CEO's son.
The CEO's son?
Because of that, the company started to investigate Dad and found a full list of compliances that he'd been recorded causing. The company, after seeing all that, decided Dad was too far gone to be retrained or helped in any manner and chose to fire him.
What the heck?
After being fired, he was far too old for any other companies to want to hire him. And that led to him no longer being able to afford the apartment he was renting with Mom. So I went and asked my fiancé if it'd be okay for them to stay with me for a little while, and he said that was fine.
Are you being serious right now?
I really thought that by having that lawyer show up at the front door, you would have all realized that I was not playing around with you all, and neither is my fiancé.
Are you kidding me though?
I'm sure you've already heard this, but that penthouse is being set for sale. So you all go back to your apartment or wherever right now.
What?
And this means you'll be taking Mom and Dad with you as well.
No! You hold it right there! I've had enough of this crap from you. Luckily for my wife and I, we haven't gotten rid of our apartment just yet, so we can make things work. But it's not big enough for Mom and Dad to be coming there too.
Is that so? You've been in that penthouse for a month now, right? Have you not been the one taking care of Mom and Dad this whole time there?
I want you to come back and take these 2 hags with you.
That's not going to happen, though.
Why the hell not?
Because I'll be moving overseas with my fiancé soon to a brand new world without any of you guys around.
What? You're moving overseas?
He is still required to be overseas for work for some time now. So we've decided that the 2 of us are just going to buy a house there and that'll be our new home. He was actually able to get me a visa as well because he pulled some strings to make it look as though I'm already his wife. So the 2 of us will be going earlier than expected. We've already finished up our packing and everything.
No way, no way! You stop all of that right now and come back here!
I told you, that's not happening.
Bull crap! And do you really think you'll be able to live in a completely new country all alone? You're in your 40s now, and have lived your whole life spoiled by mom and dad, never working a day in your life. You really think you can speak another language that'll allow you to live well? Good freaking luck!
You know that I'm a translator?
A translator?
I only started doing it after being proposed to by my fiancé, but I've learned that I am really good at it.
You're kidding.
I've been with my fiancé for over 5 years now, by the way.
What?
I told him that the reason I didn't want to marry him yet is because all my family is toxic and I didn't want him being dragged into all your guys' drama. But he was very accepting of that and told me he'd wait until I'm ready to be his wife. He's so loving, and he has always been there to take care of me. He even let me stay in his penthouse this whole time while he's been overseas.
Wait.
And, well, seeing that he's even gone to lengths to get me to move to another country with him, I have an answer.
Wait.
Once he and I are on that plane heading to our new house, I am never coming back to the US.
I told you to freaking wait!
And with that, goodbye forever. A few days after that, my older brother and his wife got a divorce. I guess that his wife started to realize the risks of living with him as her husband were getting way too high and made her choice on the matter. And as for that apartment she'd been living in with my brother, it happened to be under her name. My brother and both my parents were kicked out of her place then and forced to become homeless for a few days as they marched over 20 miles to get to a family friend of theirs' house. They were allowed to all reside there for a little while, and while doing so, it seems that my dad started to look for work again online. I thought that luck was on their side this time and that they would finally be able to get back on their feet, but that's when I found out the three of them have loads of debt. And by the looks of it, those three are never going to be able to break free from this life of never having any money, and should get acquainted with life as poor people. As for myself, I received my visa and was able to leave the US with my fiancé. He was so happy to finally have me for good this time and wanted me to know he'd never leave my side again. And when we touched down in a new country, away from my family, he asked me if we could get married that month, and I said yes. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story.
Hey Rachel, how's it going? Is now a good time? Hey Eloise, I'm doing great, thanks. Sure, what's up? A ton of boxes just showed up at your house, didn't they? They had oranges written on them, right? You sure you're gonna be able to eat all those with just your family of 3? I'm happy to help you out. Just give me some and you won't have to worry about them spoiling. Shall we say 2/3? I'm on my way to pick them up now, so make sure they're ready, 'kay, honey? Sure, they might say that, but it's not oranges inside. Huh? They probably got these boxes from the local supermarket. What on earth? How confusing. Whatever. You don't necessarily have to give me oranges. Anything is fine. Excuse me? Yes, anything will do. You'll give me some things, won't you, sweetie? No, I have nothing to give you. All that's inside the boxes is borrowed morning clothes. Morning clothes? I'm pregnant with my second little one right now, and it's hard to find things that fit. So I had to borrow some maternity-use morning clothes from my sister. That's no good. I don't plan on having any more kids now, so even if you gave them to me, what use would they be to me? You can do better than that. I wasn't going to give them to you anyway. Besides, how can that many boxes be full of nothing but morning clothes? That would just be weird. You're hiding something. What is it? What is it? No, I'm not hiding anything, really. There are a couple of other things in them, but nothing special. Fantastic! I'll have those then. I told you, I have nothing to give you. Oh, don't be so silly. You know how much you love helping out your friends, sweetie. I'm on my way now. Won't be long. Listen to me, Eloise. The only other things are foodstuffs, and they all contain gluten, which, as far as I remember, you're extremely allergic to. Are you not? Huh? My sisters-in-law run a bakery. They're planning on releasing a new cookie range over the next couple weeks. They asked me if I could do some taste testing and sent the cookies along with my sister's clothes. It could be pretty careless of me to feed you a load of cookies containing gluten, knowing how badly you would react to it, don't you think? Good grief! I had no idea you were so mean, Rachel. What's with you lately? What's with the... I don't follow. You get sent boxes upon boxes full of stuff, and yet you don't have a single thing for me? What the... I didn't have these boxes sent on the assumption that I would be giving you anything in the first place, so I don't understand what you're mad about. If you're borrowing morning clothes, that must mean you have a memorial service to go to. Right, yes. And given the timing, is the memorial on Sunday by any chance? Yes, it is. Now, it would make sense that the banquet after the memorial has already been arranged and paid for. Aha! I've got it. You can make up for this by inviting me along to the banquet. What? I'll let you off having to give me anything if you invite me to the banquet and let me sample all the delicious food. No, really, what are you talking about? It's a memorial for family members only. I don't even know you that well, Eloise. Oh, don't be so mean-spirited. I've got an idea. If I can't come along on my own, how about I bring a +1? My little Kaiser would love to come. I bet your daughter Sandy would love to be able to play with one of her friends. You know how dull these things can be for kids. Kaiser? My adorable little son, of course. Wait, no way. Your son's called Kaiser? That's right. That's strange. He told me and Sandy his name was Taylor. So that's what we've been calling him this whole time. I mean, I guess I just assumed that was his name. Oh, he's such a silly boy. His name's Kaiser. It means king in German, you know. Dearie me, don't tell me you didn't know. You should try exploring a little international culture every now and then. It might do you some good. This is what you get for not having a basic knowledge of the major languages of the world. Now you just look like an uncultured swine. Right. Anyway. Oh, no, you don't. Don't try and change the subject. It's settled. Me and Kaiser will be tagging along for the post-memorial banquet. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am. No, wait. Toodles! No matter what you say, you're not invited to the banquet and you will not be getting in. Even if you show up, there won't be any food for you or your son. Hey, Rachel, are you there? Hey, Mom, what is it? How's the baby doing? Lively. I can feel it moving all the time now. I'm feeling pretty good myself, all things considered. I won't go into detail on the severe French fries dipped in chocolate cravings, though. Oh dear, whatever will we do with you? Listen, I wanted to talk to you about the memorial. Is everything looking good on your end? Yep, things are shaping up well. Great. Well, I need to speak to you about the venue. You see, the restaurant we booked proposed we move it to a different location. Huh? They did? The owner caught wind of there being a heavily pregnant lady among the guests. Now, he says the restaurant we booked can get fairly cramped, and there's a long walk, including a small flight of stairs from the car park. Out of consideration, he proposed we move to his second restaurant, which he says is a lot more spacious and easily accessible for someone in your condition. Oh, I see. I didn't even know they had a second restaurant. Apparently, it opened last week. Thinking about it, we'd be among some of the first guests. Aside from being more easily accessible, it's also only 10 minutes away from the church. I actually think it seems like a much better candidate. What do you think? Wow, no kidding? That's actually a really big help. Aw, that's so kind of them. Isn't it just? Okay, I'll give them a call and let them know we'd like to move ahead with the switch. Great, thanks, Mom. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. The reservation is in your name, right? Yes? Why? Maybe it's better I just tell you. What happened? Is something wrong? It's one of my friends. Well, acquaintances. It's one of the moms from kindergarten. I think I mentioned her to you before. Does the name Eloise ring a bell? Oh, she was the annoying one who's always pestering you for free stuff, right? How could I forget? Yep, that's her. The thing is, it looks like she's got the memorial service in her sights this time. The memorial service in her sights? What does that mean? She's dead set on showing up at the banquet afterwards, and seems to think she's going to help herself to all the food we paid for. Obviously, I told her that won't be happening. Wow, she really is shameless. I made sure to not give her any details on things like the venue and time, but she can be surprisingly sharp and resourceful when she wants to be. I thought it would be best to warn you beforehand, just in case anything happens. Got it. Thanks. I'll be on the lookout for gatecrashers. Don't worry about anything, okay? I've got eyes like a hawk. All right. I think that's just about everything then. So we'll all be meeting in the church car park at 11 a.m. on the day of the service, okay? Got it. Make sure to thank the restaurant owner on my behalf. Okay. Take it easy, sweetie, and be careful moving around, okay? It won't be long till the little ones do now, remember? I know. I'll be careful. Thanks, Mom. Rachel, will you be coming out of the church soon? I thought I may as well make my way to the restaurant before you all arrived, so I'm here eating pizza as we speak. Naturally, my first order was the New Yorker. Spicy pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, peppers. And OMG, this big meaty sauce is just to die for. I'm in heaven. Next, I'm thinking of being a little bold and going for the ham and pineapple. Pineapple on a pizza? Yep, I'm feeling that adventurous. Ooh, apparently they have Mediterranean too. It's not every day I get to come to an expensive pizza place like this, and I figure since you're treating me, I may as well eat my fill. You have got no idea how spoiled for choice I am here. The barbecue chicken looks amazing too. Kaiser's having a blast. You wouldn't think that such a small child would be capable of dispatching with so many pizzas in such a short space of time. He truly eats like a king. Thank you so much, Rachel. This is so kind of you. All right, I can't resist anymore. The ham and pineapple can wait. I'm going barbecue. Let's do this. Rachel, pick up the phone. This is an SOS. Are you coming? I said pick up the phone! Huh? Eloise? What's going on? Explain yourself. The staff are saying you don't have a reservation here. When I told them to add the bill to yours, they said there was no booking under that name, or no big group bookings at all today for that matter. I just checked through our message history to see if I said anything that might give you the impression what you just did was a good idea. Just as I thought, nothing. What are you playing at, Eloise? I came to the pizza restaurant because you said you'd treat me. You said I could come along for the banquet. Excuse me? The booking for the banquet after the memorial was at Papa Ron's, was it not? No. Huh? What? But I saw you and your family all going into the church, and I went out of my way to get here before everyone else. What on earth is going on? How could you do this to little Kaiser? We probably would have gone to Papa Ron's had this been a memorial for someone in my husband's family, since my in-laws are obsessed with the place. Why do I get the feeling you knew that and that's why you went? You're creeping me out. Oh, don't be so dramatic. You're the one who told me before that your husband's family holds all their get-togethers at Papa Ron's. It's Kaiser's favorite, too. Besides, wasn't today the anniversary of the day your husband's grandpa died? That's why I was certain you'd be holding the banquet here. I would have bet my life on it. My husband's grandpa's death anniversary was 2 months ago. 2 months ago? Today was a memorial for one of my own relatives. What? Sure, the church we held the memorial at today was the same one my husband's family used, but the banquet will be held at a different restaurant, one my mom chose, in fact. Oh, is that so? Well, I haven't heard a thing about it. Why didn't you tell me? I don't know. Could it perhaps be because I have absolutely no obligation to tell you anything? You're the one who said you'd treat me to some free pizza. Nothing you're saying makes any sense. Nope, I definitely didn't say that. You're delusional. Oh my God, how could you do this to me? You need to pay for all the pizza we just ate, like right now. The manager's looking at me like I'm some kind of criminal. Like hell I do. This is not my problem. You ate the pizza, you pay for it. But I didn't bring any money with me. Yeah, you have no idea how stressful that was. They were accusing me of trying to leave without paying. I had to leave my passport at the restaurant while I went home to get the money. I somehow managed to scrape enough together with what we had lying around the house. Miraculously, I had enough, so they gave my passport back and let me go once I paid. But you owe me $155. You better make damn sure you pay up because I'll be seeing you in court otherwise. Now, by way of getting even for the stunt you just pulled, me and Kaiser are thinking of going for another meat feast. Ready for round 2? Pick up the goddamn phone, woman! You better not be pulling this crap on me again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, pay the price. What is it this time? I'm coming very close to blocking you. We just had pizza at Little Ebenezer's. Excuse me? I was absolutely certain I had the right place this time, but you're not here. Again. Why? This bill ran up to $230 this time. Wow, are you being serious? This has to be a joke, right? No one does this, do they? You mean after stuffing your face at Papa Ron's, you went somewhere else for seconds? Little Ebenezer's is the only other expensive pizza place near the church. I was sure it had to be this one. But once again, you have no reservation here, nor does anyone under your family's name. And once again, you've slithered your way out of treating me to my pizza for the second time in a row like the devious little snake you are. I told you I never said I would treat you to pizza. Even if, for argument's sake, we were in the same restaurant, you still wouldn't be getting anything. Not a single slice of pepperoni, not a single crumb of my crust. Nothing. Mark my words, you will be treating me to pizza. Rachel, this is harassment now. Plain and simple. You're not in their second restaurant either. I just had to pay another $150 for crying out loud. Lord, give me strength. I'm messaging you from the toilets. I had no choice but to lock myself in. I don't have any money. I don't even have anything back at the house anymore. What do you plan on doing about this? Oh my God. You actually went to their second restaurant? I refuse to believe it. This can't be. No one is this insane, are they? Tell me it's all been a joke. I checked on their site and found out they opened a second restaurant in the area recently. I was 100% sure this time. It had to be here. Where else could you possibly go? Criminal behavior aside, you sure can eat a lot of pizza, huh? Shut up and tell me where you are already. Enough with the games. Just tell me, now. I'm at home. Huh? We were already on our way home by the time you messaged me from the main store. What? Have you lost your mind? Why is it so much to ask for you to treat me to some pizza? You owe me a total of $535 now, and believe me, I will see you in court if you don't pay up. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not paying you a cent. Besides, I think you've already had your fair share of dough for today. This isn't funny. I'll be suing you for the emotional trauma you've caused me too. I had a panic attack when I first locked myself in the toilet, you know. I want $25,000 for the stress you've caused me. The total you owe me comes to $25,535. You better start getting the money ready because I'm going to be at your house real soon. Surely that's not possible. Huh? My mom, the one who made the booking for today, just got a call from Little Ebenezer's second store. They told me you tried shifting your bill onto me. Well, duh, of course I did. My mom told them you have absolutely nothing to do with us and advised they take whatever action they find appropriate. Apparently, they reported you to the police for eating without paying. The police? You should probably start thinking about bringing your toilet lockdown to an end and facing the music real soon if you value not having a criminal record. How the hell can I go outside after the mess you got me into? If you cause trouble for the store, you may even be liable to be charged for damages under obstruction of business. The $535 pizza bill will be the least of your worries if that happens. Oh my God, this is some kind of nightmare. Please wake up, please wake up, please wake up! Eloise, whose favorite pastime seemed to be pestering others for money, got herself into a frenzied panic when she realized she finally had to pay for something herself. Apparently, she bolted out of the toilets like a horse the moment I mentioned the possibility of her being charged for damages. She was taken home by the police, who happened to arrive at precisely that moment. Her husband filed for divorce the moment he was made aware of the situation, and he showed up at our house the next day to apologize. For the time being, she's being kept under the watchful eye of her parents, while being forced to help out with the family business. Her husband will be taking custody of their son, who, I heard, is relieved to finally be able to change his name. Apparently, he hated being called Kaiser and wants to use switching kindergartens as an opportunity to change it to Taylor, just like he always wanted to. His dad seems like a nice guy with some common sense, so I've got a feeling this will turn out for the best for both of them. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'll have to think of a name for the little one in my own belly real soon.